everyone, and welcome to yet another episode of Shine Africa. We are at the Somato Hotel in BMC, and of course, I am your host, Reverend Abonta Mirabel Suringwa. On today's episode of the program, we are talking to someone who has been in the entertainment industry for a very long time. He is a movie maker, a filmmaker, he is a director, he is an artist, and much more. Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for Amdi.
The crisis, put we for deep shit. J'ai jamais voulu tuer qui que ce soit. Oh là, c'est toujours ce qu'il raconte quand il pète le bal. Oh là, des coups de feu par-ci, des coups de feu par-là. Des citoyens qui tombent au milieu, c'est son cœur qui souffre. Des coups de feu à droite, des coups de feu à gauche, oh. Les citoyens qui tombent au milieu, c'est son cœur qui souffre. Mais y'a personne pour rien dire, pour rien changer. Ils nous regardent comme des bandits, on ne peut pas parler. Pourquoi vous nous faites cela? Ça me fait mal, ça me fait mal.
Shine, Africa, shine. Shine, Africa, shine.
So someone told me here on set that pineapples are good for men. It fights against prostate cancer in men. So I think you chose right.
Yeah, well, I'm learning about that now.
You're even so
I'm
young.
learning about that now.
So,
But
though you need to be careful, I think it starts at, it becomes more risky at the age of 40 plus, but then you still need to be careful before you get to that age. I'm suspecting that you're not yet there. But someone also told me that a short man is not a boy.
oh shit! Come on, how can somebody say a thing like that? How can somebody say a thing like that?
That's what I'm saying. No, a
Anyway.
short man is not a boy.
You understand?
Yeah, okay. That's better for you. It's not a boy.
How can a man be a boy?
Okay.
How can the person say the
Don't
short
ask
man?
me. It's a man that told me.
Okay.
Our juice is ready. And on Shine Africa, it's gentlemen before ladies. And I give you a full glass. Here's for you.
Thank you very much. This is my
I'm going to give you a straw thereafter.
All right.
And here is for me. What's your favorite color?
Oh, white.
For purity, unfortunately, we do not have it.
Right there.
What?
I will take a.
Huh,
I'll take a yellow.
a yellow. Thank you. Stands
Thank you.
for the revolution. And let me take a yellow too. So we are two on set.
Two on
Okay.
set.
Have a sip of it, please. Really sweet. Tasty, right? Okay, use that to catch your breath.
Gosh.
And just before we take leave of the kitchen, ladies and gentlemen, remember that a kitchen without a juicer is not alive. A kitchen without a juicer is not alive.
Shine, Africa, shine. Shine, Africa, shine.
You're welcome back from that juicy break, ladies and gentlemen. If you are just joining us, you're on Shine Africa. And of course, I'm still in the company of, how do I describe you now? I've used handsome, I've used elegant and handsome guest.
You got me blushing.
Oh, thank you very much. Of course you are. You're very welcome to the show, Amdi.
Thank you very much.
The last time you were on this show, that was last year. It's a year ago,
Exactly.
and you just performed on the show.
I wasn't a guest.
Yes, you weren't a guest. That's because you weren't doing the things you're doing right now.
Exactly.
Yeah, so you've upgraded, and we're so pleased to have you now as main guest on set.
Thank you
Congratulations.
Thank you very much.
Now let's talk about, I know that you're multi-talented, and you're artist, you're songwriter, you are a sound engineer, you are a filmmaker, and probably much more.
Exactly.
Who is Amdi Epise?
I will start by saying the song you just listened to was produced by me, written by me, everything by me.
Okay, that's
Yeah,
fine.
That's one of the things I do.
Yeah.
And I've worked with a couple of other artists too.
Yeah.
So Amdi Apise is, I go by the name Apise Mba. It's fine? But I have as artist name, my stage name, Amdi, which is the abbreviation of the names I just mentioned. Yeah, so I originate from the Northwest region, Awing precisely.
Oh, so people from Awing also bear Ba. It looks like
Of
a name
course,
from
from
Meta.
Batibo, right?
Yeah, from Batibo, yeah.
Awing bears that name.
Okay.
Very much, even, I think maybe more than even the Batibo.
Yeah,
side.
okay.
So I originate from the Northwest, Awing, and I'm a filmmaker. Have you been watching the Bad Angel series on CRT?
Yes, of course. Who hasn't?
I am the script supervisor for the series.
Script supervisor for Bad Angel.
Bad Angel series.
Wow, that's very beautiful.
Took 3 years to shoot the series in Limbe, and you have what you have on your TVs right now.
This is beautiful. I also know that you did some work for Samba.
We did a trailer for Samba, which Madame Elon Brenda took to the world market to get the market, which she succeeded. It means what we did was great, and they loved it, so they gave her the market. So I was a script supervisor for the trailer for the series too.
Let us talk about some of the people you have worked with. I know that I saw Wax Day giving a shout out for you. I think on Instagram, I also Cindy Amada, Wanshe, and a lot more people.
Exactly.
Yeah. Are these the people who inspire you, or What
I
can we
work
say?
with them.
Yeah, you work with them. They are
I
your
work with them, I
collaborators.
collaborate with them.
Yes. Of all the things you do, which one did you start with?
Well, I started with music first, as a singer, as a songwriter, and as a singer. That's how I started first. Then later, gradually, I became a sound engineer, a beat maker first. Then later, I had to work and go online studies, and I work with other producers too, who inspired me and who taught me a lot. That made me the music
You
producer
just
I am
mentioned
today.
studies. We did not talk about that part.
Exactly.
So tell us about your studies before we go back to.
Talking about my studies, I went to the University of Yaoundé where I studied English.
Okay.
Yeah, due to one or two reasons, I had to leave it halfway. I didn't attend where
You did not go through.
where I wanted to go. Yeah, what I wanted to achieve. I didn't achieve that, but nevertheless, it helped a lot because
Today you're speaking good English, so that's fine. So
and that's the main reason why I went to study English at the university. Yeah.
Okay.
So I collaborated with Cynthia Made on Chasing Tales and other projects. I worked on Night in the Grass Fields with Adela Elat, directed by Tanwi Evis.
Night in the Grass Fields.
Night in the Grass Fields,
yeah. We had that mama here talk to us about.
Exactly, Mommy
yes,
Gongang.
yes. We had the trailer right here on set.
Yeah.
But I didn't know at the time. Wow.
I'm the script supervisor for the movie too.
That's a great movie.
Yeah, Chasing Tales by Fransaya and Cynthia Made, and a lot more. And then talking about the music part of me, I've worked with people like Onshe, Wax Day, like you rightly mentioned. A lot more. Areta, Stanis, and so many other artists. I wouldn't want to mention all of them here. So there are a lot of things that I do on the ground. Last year, I was doing all those things, but I wasn't yet
at the level. Today you have a studio.
Exactly.
Today you have a studio of your own,
I have a
so
studio of my own and all
that makes it easier for you to work with all these different
people, exactly.
because they can now come to you
and one of the people too who is actually making waves in the country. Some people love him, some people insult him that he's not an artist, but I work with him. I wrote him a song, I produced the beat.
I saw you. I saw you everywhere on Facebook. I saw you and Nyangono.
Yeah.
You were. Did I call that name correctly, sir?
Nyangono. Nyangono.
Oh, thank you very much. Let me not call it again.
So
okay.
I did him a song which is currently making waves in the national territory and beyond. And the video will soon be out, and I'll be proud of the work I did.
Yeah, okay. What you did for Wax Day was the script?
I wrote
the song. What song was that?
One of his songs that featured in his recently released album, Prayer of a Woman. Prayer of a Woman. That's the song I wrote for Wax Day.
You love women, it seems so.
Not necessarily. I love women. I'm not gay. Yeah, of course, I love women. Come on. I love women. And then,
I caught you in that trap.
No. Okay, now, the reason why it's prayer of a woman is because, the woman, when the woman prays, God feels the pain of a woman much more. I mean, we are all his children.
Well, that's you talking. No one, it's you talking. And
it's not God
talking.
Talking.
That's your opinion. No one can refuse that.
Well, I believe so. I believe if you pray for me, it will be quick, to come true.
We are all God's children. When you have faith, your faith can move mountains.
The prayer of a woman is powerful.
Okay, when you believe it works for you anyway, that's true. Whatever you believe works for you. And, let me, I only ask you because you're my friend. Sometimes I'm crazy on set. Have you ever been minimized because of your size? You do a lot of big things and you're coming and perhaps they say, I was once in that situation. So that's why I'm asking you. When I just left the seminary, they sent me somewhere to Bafia here in the Central region. And when I went there, I was moving with a very huge elder. Then they said, Pastor, cash it off for you. That kind of thing. The man sat. That was my elder. He sat. Nobody knew it was me standing there, the pastor. So they said, that's small picking pastor. Gosh. Yes. Okay. It's like, that's the kind of question I want to ask you. So have you been minimized sometime in your profession, even though you're doing big things because of your size?
There's one part of me we didn't mention. I'm a video director.
Yes.
I'm a video director. So I was once going to direct, there is this peace song that was done by a group of Cameroonian artists. Ate Bazo, Govinal,
Yes.
and all.
I
all
know
those
that
people.
song, yeah.
I shot that video.
Wow.
The day I was going to shoot the video, when I arrived on set, they were like, "Where is the director?" I mean, they didn't believe I was a director. So they asked Atebazo, "Where is the director?" And he said, "I'm the director." And then one of them said, "L'Enfancy." I was like, I first of all laughed. And then when I started directing, there is this one man who was in charge of certain things. He came and told, he didn't propose. He told me, je vais t'assister à réaliser parce que, ben, voilà, on veut quelque chose de bien. I told him, stop. Ici, c'est moi le réalisateur.
Yeah.
C'est moi qui décide. Je vous donne les ordres. Si vous avez quelque chose à me dire, vous proposez. Si ça va avec mon scénario, je... And that's how I just shifted the man aside. So it's
That's
very
far.
normal.
So you're trying to tell me that you're small, no be sick.
I can,
Voila.
say that, I can say it that way.
Thank you. You sing, I think your profession is singing, not talking, so I'm going to give you another chance to thrill our audience. Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands once more together for Amdi.
Shine, Africa, shine. Shine, Africa, shine.
If you get a girl by your side, hold it fine. Because this one I love night. If you know hold it fine, another man go hold it for you. I'm the only mutumbu. Mon baby, I promise you get mon fado. Mon fado. I go hold your cover when we one for blow. One for blow. And I promise you I will never let you go. I'll make you my woman, baby, that you know. Baby, that you know. Your body clean, you make me feel like this. Like this, like this, like that. Yeah, you're so sensual, you make me feel like this. Like this, like this, like that. Elle s'appelle Marie, moi je l'appelle Maria. Elle s'appelle Marie, moi je l'appelle Maria. Elle s'appelle Marie, moi je l'appelle Maria. Elle s'appelle Marie, mais moi je l'appelle Maria. I go give you my love the way you want me to, and I go make you love the way that you want me to. I go put woman that I want come close to you, and I go gonga down my way, baby. Go Sokoto, go Sokoto, go Sokoto. I go gongata, I go Sokoto, go Sokoto, go Sokoto. I go gongata. Baby, my heart be now all over you. Ma chérie, ma heart be now all over you. Parce que t'as fait des raccords au quartier. Que t'es madame tout le monde au quartier. Dem dit allez wa gérer wa dossier. Tout ça là juste pour nous séparer. But I no go crio. I go give you my heart for cadeau. Yeah. Elle s'appelle Marie, moi je l'appelle Maria. Elle s'appelle Marie, mais moi je l'appelle Maria. I go give you my love the way you want me to, and I go make you love the way that you want me to. I go put woman that I want come close to you, and I go gonga down my way, baby. Go Sokoto, go Sokoto, go Sokoto. I go gongata, I go Sokoto, go Sokoto, go Sokoto. I go gongata. Are we clap dancer? Oh yes, let's clap again now. Let's rock and roll. A 1, 2, 3, 4. In advance, enjoy yourselves. Baby, be my valo. 'Cause I love you bad. 'Cause I love you. I love you. Yeah, I'm the mutumbu. Yeah.
Wow.
Shine, Africa, shine. Shine, Africa, shine.
Let's keep clapping, ladies and gentlemen. I danced as if I were the one that composed the song. Your songs are really very danceable.
Thank you very much.
Well,
I try as much as possible to make the audience be
Yeah,
alive.
but I guess I can dance to your songs more than you do, eh?
When
I
I'm
enjoy
off
myself
the
a lot.
cameras, I dance more than everybody. I mean, more than anybody. In the
Yeah.
world. Once I stand in front of the camera, my dance skills.
Okay.
Disappear.
That's normal with people who work most of the time behind the scenes. Very
Apparently.
normal, yeah. Okay, now I want to focus more on your songs. Let's begin with the first one you did. You did that song on the Anglophone crisis in Cameroon.
Exactly.
Yes, and what catches my attention is the fact that you balance. It's not just about the government; it's about the fighters, the separatists, as they're called.
For sure.
So yes, tell me about your motivation.
Well, I had been, in fact, it's not the first time I'm doing a song for the crisis. I've done 3 songs for the crisis, all released. The first one is the one I performed last year on your show.
Okay.
Yeah, when the crisis was
Just
really
starting,
boiling.
yeah.
Exactly. And then the other one, I still did. And then this one, I didn't want to do it because I recorded this song last year.
Oh.
Exactly, I recorded it last year, but now I didn't want to drop the song. What prompted me to put out the song was the fact that a child was killed. A 4 months.
Yes, I remember that song was released when that
Exactly.
child was killed.
Exactly.
Yes, I remember.
When that child, it touched me. It touched me. So I had to, do something. I had to put it out finally because I had kept it. A lot of people.
And the
told
child
me,
was killed in the house, inside of a
Yeah,
house.
yeah. It was a stray bullet.
Yeah, stray bullet.
Stray
Yes,
bullet.
that killed the child.
So I mean, a lot of people have told me, no, just forget about this crisis. If I've done songs for the crisis and nothing is changed, I said, come on, I have to put this out this time around. So I had to put out the song. And now I didn't just want to talk about one side of the. How would I put it? I didn't just want to talk about let me not call it the Amma voice. Sorry, I already said that.
No, not here, please. Don't call it here. The
I didn't
separatist
want to
is
talk about the
better.
separatist.
Yeah.
I didn't want to talk only about the separatists, so I had to balance the equation. We don't need to know who fires. We just want the fire to cease.
Yeah.
Be it the separatists or
Government forces.
you understand.
Yeah.
So I had to make the world know that it's not a one side.
So they suffer picking them in the song. You're referring
us.
to us, the civilians, innocent people who are not concerned,
Exactly.
but
Because
they're
you stay
killed by
in the
stray
house-
bullets and
Exactly. You
Yeah.
stay in the house and a stray bullet. I mean, takes you
hits you from
understand?
nowhere.
Yeah, so
Also, okay.
That's
I
the
understand
suffocating.
now. I moved to the last song, the song you just did.
Exactly.
I see a blend of. You almost got me crazy when you touched on Butter Dance.
Yeah.
Yes, I'm deeply rooted in Butter Dance. And then there was a beat of
Makossa.
Makossa, especially from Petit Pays. I heard
Exactly,
Maria,
Petit Pays.
a bit of Petit Pays
Yeah.
in that song. And why that mixture and blend?
this is Cameroon, or that song is Cameroon. It's Africa. That song has rumba. That song has high life. It has makossa. It has butter dance. That is Africa. That's the beauty of music. You should be able to blend a variety or different genres of music to make one.
So do you have your
one
own particular genre of music that you're doing?
I am an artist. I put it out the way it comes. I don't want to specialize myself and say I'm an R&B artist, I'm an Afro-pop artist or whatsoever. No, I do everything the way it comes. If I sit in my house and I'm inspired by particular something in a particular way, I put it out that way. You understand? When you start limiting yourself, no, I do R&B, I'm an Afro-pop singer, no, that's limitation. I don't want to limit myself. I am an artist.
So one day you're going to do reggae.
I have reggae songs. I have rap songs, I have reggae songs, I have
Okay.
dances. I have,
Wow.
see?
Okay,
Yeah,
that's
just to know
beautiful.
that, yeah.
So besides the challenge we talked about being your size, do you think have you come across other challenges with the work you're doing?
Sure, I have a lot of challenges. I will start by cinema. I had to stay away from cinema for a while because of the ups and downs, like I said, that are going on in the industry. I would like to mention the fact that producers don't pay their
Oh.
actors.
Okay.
It's sad to say that. I have to say it. They don't pay their actors, you understand? So you work for a production and you end up living without a penny.
Oh, God.
And now it irks me more when we go on a red carpet and they start comparing Cameroonian red carpets to that of South Africa, Nigeria, and all of that.
Nigerian,
Where
next
do you
door.
expect our actors to get money to buy dresses to go for the premieres of movies that they took part in?
Yeah, they took part in and they were not
They
paid.
were not paid.
And they're expected to glamorously
To
dress
come make the
and
premiere
come
of that
same
said
movie.
You understand? So
Yeah,
it's bad.
but oftentimes, even as you complain, I see you appearing at lots and lots of premieres, and you're complaining. This is a compromise that we have with artists, and it appears to me now you need to go and get money from somewhere to come, go please the producer who has not paid you in the first place.
Exactly.
So why can't you just stay and just be yourself?
At the end of the day, you can't stay because you can't kill the industry. The industry has to keep going. And it's because of the sacrifice a lot of people have been doing that the industry
They are taken
is,
for granted.
You understand? People take that for granted. The fact that your passion drives you to go shoot in a movie where you have been begged to come shoot
You've
for
been
free.
begged.
That's what I'm talking about. Where you've been begged to come shoot for free. You understand? You shoot, and then at the end of the day, they take it for granted and say, now she's an excited actor.
And when we see you guys on TV,
You're a superstar.
You're a superstar. I want to see you coming in a small car, and then you're on a bike.
The front is a
Producers,
small car.
please start paying our actors and actresses so that they can be celebrities that they are. Please. You want to say something before we take a question
I want to
from
say
the
something.
audience?
That was
Yes.
about cinema. That's not my main department.
Okay.
Let's talk about music. There's a lot of difficulties for people who are not signed yet. When you don't have the cash, a personal cash, and you are not signed, you are in some real deep
Yeah.
disappointment, you understand? Because you can't promote your stuff. You can have a possibility of getting a free audio session, but how do you shoot the video? How do you pay for promotions? You understand? How do you make yourself known?
That's
There's that
another
difficulty.
problem altogether.
Exactly.
And I see it as a big problem on the part of the artist. Everyone blames the government. Well, we already know that you guys, artists, don't get subventions, or maybe some get, some don't get. That's what I heard.
Yes, some get.
Some get, some
Some
yes.
don't get.
If you know that you don't normally get some subvention from government, then you know that you need to empower yourself.
Exactly.
You don't just depend on you being an artist. You have to do more.
Exactly.
So artists have got to learn to do more than just music. They have to become entrepreneurs and do something to promote their
I would say that
music.
you got that from my mouth. I was going to land there.
Okay.
I was going to land there. So
Oh, my director tells me that it's time to take the audience question. A lot of people right here in this hall have been listening to you, and I'm sure that someone has a question for you. The audience question.
Okay, Mr. Amdi Apisa. Yeah, firstly, I was supposed to ask you that how are you coping with the sound engineering and filmmaking? But you answered that already. I'll dive into the one that really touched me. You just made us to understand that producers don't pay you, but whereas you and I worked hand in glove in a Kingsland production, under Kingsland production level, on making another job. And I think I'm the producer of that film. And I paid you, so I don't know.
There is fire on the mountain.
There's a particular point you made me to understand that producers don't pay. I don't know if I'm included or not.
Oh, thank you.
Okay.
Very
Okay,
good question.
Yeah, second question. I'm happy with the fact that you like to sing in your vernacular. So how can you really make me to understand that when you sing in your vernacular, it's more of convincing to the fans than
In English.
than in English
French,
or in French?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I'm done there.
Thank you.
okay, let me start by answering the first question. I think when we have 100%, and then inside 100%, 2, 3, or 5% pay.
The other side covers.
95% covers everything.
Ah, yeah.
Producers don't pay. You understand? That's 95%. What's 5% in 95%? I have just about 5 producers who consider actors. I would like to mention their names because they deserve it. Madame Enlong Brenda, she doesn't play with her actors. She makes sure she pays all her actors very well. I mean, very well.
Okay.
You
The
understand?
next one, please.
Cindy Emade. I mean, let me just name just those 2. Those are
Okay.
great producers.
You just
And
called
then,
and
Yin Food, Kingston, yeah. he doesn't play with that. Welfare and everything on the set, he's perfect.
Wow.
But that's just 5%, so producers don't pay. And then for the second question, about the vernacular, music it's beautiful when you sing beautifully. If you like, you sing in Arab, and I speak just English or French. So far as your music is beautiful, the melody is touching. Your singing technique, it's, heart-touching. I will love your song. You don't necessarily need to get what I'm saying.
Music has no language.
Music has no
I think
language.
that's what he said.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So I think that's
Well, I think I'm very happy with the question from him because it's a frank question, and unfortunately for you, fortunately for him, and fortunately for me, he was here to ask that question. And fortunately for all the producers of this industry, that we have a 5% of producers who respect the rights of their actors and actresses. That's how we move the industry forward. You have been on a very hot seat. Now I want to take your place. So I am on the hot seat and you're on the colder seat. It is the guest question. What will your question to me be?
If your husband contracts a virus which does not permit him to be around anybody he loves, what would you do?
Anybody he loves, includes me?
Everybody he loves.
Medically, the medical
Yes.
practitioners say he will not.
Yes.
Well, of course, that we have kids, we have families on both sides. If they tell you, like in Europe, you don't get into the place where your patient is. So why get into the place where somebody who is sick is and you contaminate the rest of the family, the kids and every other person? We trust that the medical personnel, is doing what they have to do, and then we stay back and do our prayers, because in the end, it's God that saves lives, not man.
Are you aware that if your husband is not, if the virus is not being treated quickly, you might stay for like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 years without ever meeting your husband?
Well, if that's the case, and that's what is best for humanity, I go by that.
Thank you very much.
Yeah. My husband knows I love him, so all those things don't matter. Wow. And finally, we have come to my best slot. It is the dance slot, and you have asked that we dance to Magasco. What song?
Crème de la crème.
Crème de la Crème by Magasco. Can we have our DJ on that beat?
Shine, Africa, shine. Shine, Africa, shine.
Tu me rends fou, maman. Pour moi, tu es ma crème de la crème. Maman, yo, maman, yeah. La crème de la crème. Maman, yo, maman, yeah. Pour moi, tu es ma crème de la crème. Maman, yo, maman, yeah. La crème de la crème. Maman, yo, maman, yeah. Nini la liquide, maman. Bidi dang 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 dang. Now I la liquide, maman.
Oh, it just was about changing the style and going to some style that was already beating me down. Let's see how many marks you've made for yourself just dancing. Was it a 5? Was it a 7? Was it a 9? Wow.
You guys are not nice.
After all the dancing,
Oh, they're killing myself.
but that's 9 on 10, so
Yeah, still a very
it's a
good
pass mark. Okay, please. Just get space, write your name, and you sign.
Okay.
Thank you, Amdi. He did
You're
it
welcome.
right here for verification. And you do not come on this set and go back empty-handed. So we
Okay.
have a gift.
Wow.
This is for you from Shine Africa.
Wow. In fact, I'm honored.
We are to thank you for coming
Thank you very much.
and see you at the top.
Thank you very much. This goes straight to my heart. I think I'll decorate my house with this Shine Africa.
Yeah, thank you very much
Thank you
for coming
very
on the
much.
show. Thank you.
Thank you too. Thank you very much.
Shine, Africa, shine. Shine, Africa, shine.
Just before we take leave of you, ladies and gentlemen, here is our watchword. It is an African proverb which says, a man doesn't go far from where his corn is roasting. A man doesn't go far from where his corn is roasting. Ladies and gentlemen, this is how we call it quits on today's episode of the show. We have been at the Sumatra Hotel in BMC, and we say thank you to management and staff of this hotel. Until next time, ladies and gentlemen, I remain your host, Reverend Abongta Mirabel Suringwa. It's a bye-bye from me to you. Bye-bye.
Tu me rends fou, maman. Pour moi, tu es ma crème de la crème, maman yo, maman yeah. La crème de la crème, maman yo, maman yeah. Pour moi, tu es ma crème de la crème, maman yo, maman yeah. La crème de la crème, maman yo, maman yeah. Ni la liquide, maman.